There's no small kingmaker. There's no small kingdom work or responsibility. There are no small ministries, mandates, or man of God. There's no this thing called young minister. We have to check it in the light of scriptures. Because the last time I checked, Jeremiah was saying, I'm young, I'm small. God said, don't say you are small. So in the perspective of God, there's no small minister. But in our generation, young minister don't suffer. Dear young minister, dear Jesus, dear young minister, and you will see a young minister saying dear young minister to his young minister. Stephen, what is young minister?
Especially if they are not married.
Especially if they are not married. Dear young single ministers.
I'll be preparing someone.
In the eyes of God, last time I checked, when Jesus at the age of 12, he was asking Pharisees and Sadducees, PhD, people that have studied the law back to back, people that are doctors of the law. At the age of 12, Jesus was comparing sermon notes with them. So you will see Jesus at the age of 12, you call him young minister. Wale Soyinka, Chris Oyakilome, he sat all of them down at 12 years, lecturing them, asking them questions. You will see Jesus and you call him young minister. Selah. Amen. Look at the outward now. You might be young in age, but we are old in light.
Yes, sir.
Me, I'm old in light, I know. And it's not pride. I have spoken with elders. I have seen Samuel, I have seen John, I have seen Jeremiah, I have seen the Christ. I have been summoned to the throne room many times. There's nothing young about me again. Forget this 29-year-old body. No, there was a time too Paul was boasting about his credentials. The only thing we can boast about is what we have with God.
Yes, sir.
Don't see yourself as small. Florence,
Sir.
don't see yourself as small.
Sir.
There's no small minister. There's no young minister. Sit down and study. Study to show yourself approved unto God, a workman that needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. Give yourself wholly to this thing so that your profiting will appear to all. Don't let anybody despise your youth, but be an example in law, in purity, in faith, in doctrine, in character. Be an example. That you are 20-year-old does not mean you should not still be an example. If you are 20-year-old and you are accurate, 55-year-old men can listen to you.
Yes,
I can begin to count list of ministers in Nigeria in their 30s, in their 20s, in their late 20s, in their early 30s. Grandpas and grandmas sit down like students under them. Is that a young minister preaching? Don't let anybody intimidate you. If there are only 5 people on your Telegram group, that is 5 million people on your Telegram group. Because one person can be 1,000, one man can be a nation. Me, I know that anyone that comes to AMCI is not just one man that came. It's at least one man in AMCI is at least 1,000 men. I know this one by revelation. I know I'm not speaking to 10 people here. I'm speaking to a whole generation here of apostles and prophets and diplomats. I don't see you guys as one person, 2 people. I was still telling my wife this thing yesterday. A little one shall become 1,000, and a young one a strong nation. I, the Lord, will make it. We hasten it at this time. There are 2 people you have on your Telegram, WhatsApp me. Continue. Don't stop because of intimidation, of comparison. Continue. Time and eternity will reveal the young ministers and the old ministers. The people we call mature and old ministers, they also started one time. They made their mistakes, but they stayed with God, and as the years went by, they got better. The sanctification and consecration deepened. Abi, exposure helped them. They stayed with God until they became fathers. They were first of all little children, but Jesus kept writing to them, and they kept hearing the words of Jesus. So they became young men. Jesus kept writing to them. They kept reading the word. Then they became fathers.